So this game, you know, I'm sure you guys have heard of Etheria Restart by now, but if you haven't heard of it, it is going to be a much more PvP focused gacha game. So as you can see in some of these right here, right? So it's a turn-based, so it is going to be very interesting, and it has you know, recently have the beta or the close, I mean open beta, was it open or closed, right? Anyone can access the beta, but recently it just ended, right? But as you can see, this is going to be how the gameplay is going to be like. Recently they also announced, previously they basically announced that the system in this game is going to be a bit different, right? And Etheria Restart is going to have something different than all the other gacha games in terms of the pulling for the banners, right? A lot of gacha games out there have this thing called 50-50. So basically you pull the first time, you lose 50-50, and then the next time you're guaranteed the character. So that means you have to pull twice, alright? It is a lot of money for some people, right? It's a lot of money. Money doesn't grow on trees. But if you want to get the specific character that you want, it's always going to be very difficult because you lose 50-50 and then you always have to go through it again, right? And that's going to be a little bit of problem, right? But here's the thing, right? With Etheria Restart, they have announced that they will not have 50-50, alright? They literally said in the previous banner it was 100% banner. In fact, let me pull up my video, right? I think I still have that particular one around. Okay, so this was my footage of me playing this on the stream somewhere about last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. But you can see they got like a number of different banners right here, alright? And then this is the main banner is going to be the one with the other banner character, right, in that case. But it is going to be 100 pulls, alright? The one that I'm doing right here, this is going to be the standard pulls, alright? I managed to get this this girl, Real Mocha, alright, Real Mocha. So it was always going to be 100 pulls. Initially it was going to be 100 pulls, and there's no 50-50. Alright, but now they have made it even better. So they have decided to change it a little bit, right? They decided to change it from 100 into 80. So it is going to be even much more free-to-play friendly. Now again, it's hard to gauge all of these things. Is it free-to-play friendly or is it not? Because whenever you play a game's beta, right, you don't really get to feel a couple of things. Number one is events, right? We don't know how much we get from events. We don't know how much we get from login and stuff, right? Some games do it better than others, but generally in a beta, you just get to enjoy the story, the gameplay, but you don't know how it's going to be like in the events, or if there's anything that's going on like anniversaries, those stuff. Like those are going to be what determines if a game is generous or not. You can't really tell it just by playing the game for like 1 or 2 weeks, right? But generally they are reducing it to 80, so I think that's good news still. Alright, it is going to be a better one. So before the official launch, we aim to offer more benefits to free-to-play players. To this end, we will implement the following adjustments in the upcoming versions. So you can see, reduce the PT threshold for targeted summon pools from 100 pools to 80 pools, including constant and disorder, light and dark, animus units. It makes it much easier for players to acquire featured animus. Alright, so you can see there's even the emote right here, right? How many pulls do you get? During the beta that I tested, they give out a lot of pulls, right? There's literally, on the day one, they literally give you 3 codes. Each code gives you 10 pulls, so you get like 30 pulls by default, right? But I'm not sure if you'll get that when the official launch comes, right? That's just like during beta. Again, can someone explain why this sub hates this game? Not trying to shield, I genuinely have no idea. Wouldn't you hate everything since Hoyo and Genshin infected all the games with this scheme? The 50-50 and stuff like that. Yeah, but this game don't have it though, right? That's the thing. This game actually don't have that. So there's that as well. So generally, I think this is a good news moving forward. As you can see, this was some of the bosses. I couldn't reach some of the end game as much. I didn't play as much as I thought I could. Got super busy with a lot of things, right? But yeah, in terms of characters, I think Etheria Restart is pretty decent, right? It has a lot of things going on. So you can see this is Lilith right here. Okay. I definitely think I feel like they are trying to like put. I think it's a bit dangerous that they're trying to push. I'll talk about that next time, right? Because I don't want to jinx certain things generally, but it feels quite weird that they are pushing PvP a lot, right? And PvP is like, unless they are certain that there's like a big, huge market for it, because right now, that's what they are trying to push towards, right? Which is going to be something that's interesting. I don't know how that will make it out of play, but separately it's going to be something that they'll have to consider improving. But you can see there's also one more stuff that is happening right now, right? So Etheria Restart recently also make a statement, alright, about PvP specifically in the game. That's one good thing out of the way, but there's also one more thing along the way that a lot of people have been talking about dupes in this particular game, right? Now, there are some misconceptions being spread around a lot, right? Which is dupes does not affect PvP, but that has pretty much been sliced upon, right? It's been addressed by the developers, and you can see right here regarding whether anima is effective in Summit Arena, which is RTA. So anima is basically dupes, right? We sincerely apologize for not promptly identifying and clarifying this misconception. Anima is effective across all current gameplay modes in Etheria Restart. We have also designed multiple ways to acquire anima exchange tokens. Moving forward, we will continue to monitor and optimize the gaming experience related to anima. So dupes do matter. And again, a lot of people have been spreading saying that dupes doesn't matter. Even amongst my chat right here, you can see a lot of people right here are just spreading it like crazy, right? Like wildfire, because other content creators spread it as well. And this is going to be something that's very, very dangerous, right? So apparently if dupes do happen, and it is going to be important, I feel like this is going to change certain aspects of how you want to perform in RTA generally, right? It is going to be a separate thing as a whole. So you can see some people are not happy with this because they say this after paid CBT. It wasn't just some content creators, it was most of, if not all, as well as their mods in the official Discord that said that dupes wouldn't function in RTA. Okay, this was something that was widespread and believed to be true. On top of that, dupes in RTA were disabled in the first CBT. So they actually did disable this, but apparently they will change the narrative as it seems. And you can see right now, a lot of people are spreading this like crazy, right? So you can see all over the place. Dupes won't be active in RTA. That's big. Okay, dupes aren't activated in RTA, but in Etheria, okay? So you can see dupes don't apply in RTA. Dupes don't work in RTA. There's a lot of screenshots on the Discord, and a lot of people are just spreading this like crazy, but now it's been finally addressed that it is going to matter. So hopefully we have that clarifying. It's going to be very confusing, I think, going into the game. A lot of people are going to try to argue with each other about this stuff. People that might not follow the news as much, right? I don't play Etheria, but you have to be the Lulu if you think dupes doesn't count for the main game mode that Etheria is advertising for. Well, it's just how it is, right? At the end of the day, it's more like a... What is the word? It's more like a fantasy. I think a lot of free-to-play have this fantasy that, oh my god, this game is so generous, right? Dupes doesn't matter. I think people just want that kind of fantasy, right? Going into any games that have PvP. A lot of people really want that. And it's less to do with whether what the developers say or not. It's more to do with this is what a lot of free-to-play players really want. Does it make sense? They really want this. They really want to be able to compete. And I think like most people just want to be able to compete. Not at their wallet, but want to be able to compete with other whales at the same pacing, right? It's like more like a hope, more like a wishful thinking. But yeah, now that it's addressed, right? Hopefully this is going to be what it is, right? Hopefully we are able to say things clearly, but yeah, those things are addressed already.